All right, we're going to start with their intention and then perspective so we can really clear this up, because this reading is just, hopefully this is going to make it make more sense. Oh, that's good. The first card. Spiritual practices, number 25, that could be an important number. I am healing myself through meditation and spiritual practices. It's the only way I can make myself feel whole again. Oh my God, maybe that's the social media line. Because it was that card going within, healing, silence, through the ending. Because there's something I'm not seeing right for this collective. Dark Night of the Soul. There's something that maybe that is what's actually healing the complicated circumstances with that engagement ring. Watch the whole reading. For the right collective, it'll make sense. Cancer. You could be a Cancer, they could be a Cancer, but the energy of this card, I was always so hot and cold with you, and I know that was confusing. Our connection was too much for me to handle, and it was the only way I could deal with it. So they are finding some form of healing. Maybe it is through this collective. That would make more sense with that last row, because that last row is your main block, right? But there's going to be something that triggers this collective. I don't know, I'm confused. And we've got inner child healing, spiritual practices over this hot and cold energy with inner child healing. I think this collective, you're going to be blown away. I have made and used excuses in order to control, sabotage our connection. And remember this part, they're going over their sabotage and the coffee cup, the hammer energy, the self-destructive energy with not feeling enough. It's making more sense. So it's what they're in deep reflection over. So remember I said you guys could go through another hammer here. I think it's them going over their sabotage. But now I realize the only way to heal and mend is to acknowledge and forgive my past. Number 23, 85, 25. All right, let's confirm these. Libra, Cancer, they could be a Libra, you could be a Libra, but the energy of the card, so underneath spiritual practices, 888, karmic clearing. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind, the hot and cold, about our relationship, but it was because I was scared of hurting you and you hurting me. I do still think, because remember, I deviated for that social media detail. I do still think, because everything that comes to my mind is for a reason, I do still think there's something about your social media that they're worried about with the business, like how it might hurt them and again, hurt you with certain things, whatever the case. But I do think there's still some relevance to what I said about that row, right? But I am also thinking that there are things that they're seeing that's healing them, right? Again, you're going to have to watch this whole reading, otherwise this is just going to sound confusing. That timer, you just got acquiring knowledge. So you got spiritual practices, acquiring knowledge, inner child healing, dark night of the soul wanted to come out as well. So there is something about them truly opening up. Like, these are very universally activated energies, right? Big tick. Our connection was very intense and confusing. I'm trying to understand our undeniable bond. You were brought to me to teach me things and to bring awareness to my own existence. Number 18. I keep going back to that last row because I just can't see how, like, whatever you do, that is your mission. That's what you're meant to do for the world. And I always say that comes first. So I can't see how, because that was universe's part, right? Would be telling you to, oh my God, we just split that on the soul contract. a card. How the universe would be telling you to go within and to not be doing what you're doing. Like, because, and I said it in that part, that's what you do. It shouldn't be changed, but there's something that needs compromise. Okay, inner child healing. This is really good. Sagittarius, so there are some flying around energies. You got to remember the first part, the girl boy with the snake. So they could themselves be Sagittarius, Cancer, or Libra. Whenever I see a lot of signs, it means there's some attached energy. But the energy of this, I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. This is what they're healing. Sometimes I say things without even thinking, I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. So whatever conversations or words have been exchanged, cosmic love, number 14, even though we are not together, we are connected through and through. When I sleep of you, I dream of, when I sleep of you, when I sleep, I dream of you. When I'm awake, I think of you. I'm able to feel you as if you were physically here. This is a really beautiful, deep intention. Okay, let's get their perspective. Then I'm going to get their feelings and emotions, and then how they feel towards you, and then we will tap into your tarot for what comes next here. No, I want tarot. Okay, so their perspective right now. Okay. Oh, that flipped on me. They're breaking free from fear. Makes sense. I'm still blown away. 10 of coins. Holy moly. So they're seeing you, this dynamic, as a 10 of coins, releasing fear and anxiety. So they are really starting to understand the depth and what you guys could create together. Like that 10 of coins, that's everything. I think for a long time they were bound to that moon energy, sitting in fear, anxiety, illusion. They're breaking free from it, and their perspective on this being a 10 of Pentacles is pushing them through that veil of fear. But that is also a card of family, so they could be reflecting on some family things right now as well. But marriage, and you've got to remember that last row, that engagement ring. Okay, there's still a little bit of indecision. They're going over how they weren't learning their karmic lessons, the inner healing spiritual practices, what else? The acquiring knowledge. So they really are starting to reflect on how they kept repeating the same things through self-sabotage. But they still have self-doubt. Makes sense with this. They still lack confidence. So even though this is coming through, this person's going to be highly vulnerable, right? So still in self-doubt, still fighting their mind and heart a little bit. They've got a lot of negative self-talk. So you can really see their main thing that creates the negative self-talk is the hot and cold, how in and out, how many times you guys have had the opportunity to fix it, but because of self-destructive tendencies, it's just always ended up and down the wazoo, right? So it makes sense why that would be there. I don't think they've completely broken free from this veil, but you've got to remember 24 hours like that. I'm still shocked. So I think this is why the universe is saying you need to have caution over this. This is preparing you for a new beginning. But if you're focusing on that, because the energy is going to feel off because they're not really in confidence, and you might think it's because they're trying to hide something. It's not because they're trying to hide something. It's because they're a little bit scared. So that would make sense with why you need to breathe. And it's not a tower, it's to anchor this. Again, watch the whole thing. Your feelers are going to be off, right? True High Priestess. Your feelers are going to be off because there's a little bit of scarcity around them. It's not that this person's trying to trap you in an illusion. I think they're just, this is going to take a lot of courage for them. A lot. Oh, and And the Ten of Coins, and they see you as the Empress. I always say total package. Again, a lot of courage. If they're seeing you as an Empress, you really are. You're the whole package. She embodies all four of our queens. Oh. This is actually a nice perspective. They're just a bit scared. They could really want a family with you. Ten of Coins and Empress here. They don't want to muck it up. That's what it is. Have they learnt from the past? And maybe right now they could be really reflecting on, this is really a card of unfortunately bad news, lacking goals, being a procrastinator, an underachiever, and if they're not proud of where they are in life, seeing you as an Empress and wanting a Ten of Coins with you, but they feel like they're underachieving, they probably think they're just destined to have bad news here, right? This is why this collective, you just need to... Oh, it's going to be a tough one. They're really scared if you guys are just going to repeat what you always do. So they put their cards on the table and it's just not going to go in their favor. This is really their trauma that's coming to surface. It's going to take a huge leap of faith for this person to come through the way they're coming through. So if you're presenting like, well, that's not it, like, it's just going to be, I just feel this person's going to do what they can, right? But if it's not enough for this collective, it's going to backfire on you. You can see it through the parts. They're definitely not trying to hide anything. They're just full of insecurities. Let's confirm. So this Ten of Coins, I think they're starting to realize this was always something that was destined for your dynamic, but they're struggling to believe in it, right? How long they've put this on hold, how they haven't been focusing on the right things, how this has been really stalled, and now it's creating uncertainty. How they've resisted this connection for so long. This moon. They're wanting to rebuild. They're wanting this recovery turning point. This is what's going to push them through this veil. So clearly something's going to come from up above, because you can see for this to be coming in the next day, like this is still a little bit all over the place. So there's something that clearly happens that pushes them through to this energy, right? Because these three, still four, real, I guess that could be more the deep reflection. It's, look, it doesn't seem like the decision's been made, right? I feel it's going to come from a cosmic trigger. As we said it, a cosmic trigger, 100%. I think that needs to go, that because it's coming in a day, right? You got month or days, and I feel it because the theme of this, it's the cosmic trigger through judgment. So it's time, act now, fresh start, awakening. It says in a few days, this collective, it's one, that's what shocked me in this reading, right? The other one is long-term plans, harvest season, expressing gratitude. But the theme of this, as we said, cosmic trigger, this is coming from up above. So there's something that's going to happen in the next 24 hours in this person's life to ignite them forward, right? So they're coming forward still with fear and this in them still a little bit. And this is why, now that I'm reading this is why this is finding this collective, right? Because you can see how much you want it, right? You can see how much you want it. But I think the way it presents, you're going to have caution because you think this person's lying. They're not lying, they're scared. that they're scared, they're nervous. So I always say when we're nervous, our mask comes up a little bit or a lot to protect ourselves. And I feel this person crying, not inner child healing, they're going to try so hard to not present with that mask for you, but they're going to be so vulnerable. They haven't completely healed their shadow, so it's going to come up a little bit. And I think this collective, because you guys have been through so much, it's like the words that they're going to say to you through that confession, which is meant to create a new beginning. Watch the whole thing. Something's going to feel off for you, but it's their nerves. Empress. Oh, I feel you have a power. Take the king away. It's the energy, right? So I think this is what shines the strongest through your Empress. Your emotionally balanced heart is centered, kind-hearted, charismatic, warm-hearted. So I think there's a part of them that, and this is probably what will push them as well, your understanding nature and your compassion. But they know you have a strength behind you as well. Even with your emotions, you could maybe present, not that they're like, oh, masculine, but even your emotional state in your Empress energy can be more firm, more masculine driven, right? You have a power behind your words. Your emotional words are powerful. So they're not as gentle as the Queen of Cups. They have more behind them, right? Not that they know that, but internally, your emotional self, especially if they struggle with that masculine strength behind their emotion, they would notice that within you, right? If they know it or not. But as well, this could be them coming forward in this state towards you. So I always say, he reminds me a lot of Scorpio energy. Great with that surface level stuff, great, but with deep vulnerability can be a little bit lacking, right? Great with surface level stuff, but deep triggers and traumas and can clam up a little bit. So a little bit for you, but also the way that they know they need to approach you, right? I want to approach you. Okay, they know their authenticity is what they struggle with when it comes to you, but you see right through it. So they know they need to come through with their authentic self, and if they don't, bad news. But I think through cosmic trigger, and you've got 10 of cups at the bottom, 10 of pentacles, 10 of cups, Empress here. This is a good perspective. I do think there's something here that they will lean towards more of an optimistic approach when coming forward through this, right? Especially if they really are viewing you like this. There's a part of them that will really start to believe you'll hear them out, right? All right, last one. This ain't bad. Oh my God, that literally, I wonder what card that is. That fell between my, it was like that, my little willow tree with a butterfly transformation and my little cat lady. Oh, good. 4 of Cups up, right? Really seizing the day, re-engaging, optimism. So they will come through focused. This is a kind of engagement too. But they are going to come in and seize the day here. Okay, that's good. 8 of Pentacles. They know they need to put in dedicated effort. That's a great perspective. You can see the fear in them, right? It all comes down to that cosmic trigger. They're just going to get this sense of urgency, right? Or it could come through something actually happening in their life. You've got to remember girl, boy with a snake with the progression arriving. Okay. I just want to get these quickly. I just want to get a few. I just want to